Let's make this color wheel. We're going to start with a document that's 1920 by 1080. We'll call it color wheel underscore and then put your initials in there. We made a custom workspace, so we want to make sure that that's the workspace that we're viewing. We got toolbars on our toolbar on the left. The control panel is also available to us. It's under the menu bar. We're going to start by renaming layer 1 background or BG, and then we're going to fill that up with a black rectangle. Lock it so we don't accidentally move it or delete it. Next, new layer, call this color wheel. We're going to make this out of a polar grid tool, which is an option under the line segment tool flyout menu. Instead of drawing out a polar grid, I want to just click once and release. We'll make this a 500 by 500 pixel radial design with no concentric dividers and 12 radial dividers to give us 12 wedges or 12 pieces of the wheel. Okay, so now we have a wheel. If we go back to our move tool and move this to the center of our artboard, then the smart guide should tell us when we're centered up. That's what you're seeing with those pink or magenta lines. So we're looking for the center. I'm going to go ahead and make that wheel have a white 1-point stroke. And then from here, with this wheel selected, I'm going to go to the menu bar. I'm going to go to Object, and Live Paint and Make. So that makes that object into something that can be live painted. Then we need to use the live paint bucket, which is under the shape builder tool. I'm going to use swatches to apply colors to each of these swatches. So we'll do red, start with the primaries, and blue, yellow, orange, violet, green. Let's put our tertiary colors in there too. Kind of a red, violet, blue, violet, blue, green, a yellow, green. Do something that's kind of a yellow orangish color, and then a red orange. Okay, so that's done. Next, so if we want to double check that this is centered on the artboard, we can use the alignment panels and make sure that align to artboard is selected, and then we can center this horizontally based on the artboard. That's what this selection is for. And then vertically, we want to give it a little bit of room because we want to have a title on the top. So now we're going to label this new layer, title, type tool, draw out, the area that we'd like that title to show up in, and I'm going to delete the placeholder text and call this my color wheel. I'm going to select that text so we can make it bigger. Also going to make it white instead of black and center it in that text box. So smart guides will help line that up so it's nice and centered. I'm going to lock the color wheel in the title, and then new layer. This will be for primary colors. New text box. I'm going to drag out a little text box here and label this red. Command A to select all, or use the type tool to select the text. This one's going to be a little bit smaller than the title, maybe 72 or so. And then I want to hold down the Option key and then drag so I can make copies of that label. And then we can just change the text. Blue. Yellow. So these labels are being made on the primary layer. You're going to want to do the same thing for the tertiary colors, secondary and tertiary. Secondary, and then new layer, tertiary. When you're done, you're going to export this as a PNG, and that will do it. I'm going to call this color C, click OK.